Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into an essential topic that impacts all taxpayers, the 2024 federal income tax rates. As the tax landscape is constantly evolving, it's crucial to stay informed. So let's get started. Before we dive into 2024 specifics, let's quickly recap the basics. The US uses a progressive tax system, which means your taxable income is divided into different tax brackets, each with its own tax rate. The more taxable income, the higher tax rate. Now let's change our focus to the changes for 2024. The IRS regularly adjusts tax brackets and standard deductions to account for inflation. This helps ensure that taxpayers are not pushed into higher tax brackets solely due to inflation. For year 2024, we have 7 tax brackets: 10%, 12%, 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, and 37%. These rates apply to different ranges of taxable income. As your taxable income increases, you move into higher brackets, and the corresponding rates might apply to your additional taxable income. This table shows us the tax rates and taxable income range for the single taxpayer. If you have a taxable income below $11,600, a 10% tax rate will apply to your taxable income. If your taxable income is below $47,150, the portion that is over $11,601 will be taxed at 12% tax rate. If your taxable income is below $100,525, the portion that is over $47,151 will be taxed at 22%. If your taxable income is below $191,950, the portion that is over $100,526 will be taxed at 24%. If your taxable income is below $243,725, the portion that is over $191,951 will be taxed at 32%. If your taxable income is below $609,350, the portion that is over $243,726 will be taxed at 35%. If your taxable income is over $609,350, the portion that is over that amount will be taxed at 37%. Let's take a look at an example. If a single taxpayer has $100,000 taxable income in 2024, look at the tax table. You'll find out that 3 different tax rates will be applied to different portions of his taxable income, which is 10%, 12%, and 22%. For the first $11,600, a 10% tax rate will be applied, and the tax is $1,160. For the portion between $47,150 and $11,601, a 12% tax rate will be applied, and the tax is $42.66, and the remaining portion will be taxed at 22%. Add all the tax calculated, the total tax will be $17,053. If a single filer has a taxable income of $100,600, the extra $34, which is the difference between $100,600 and $100,525, will be taxed at 24%. This is the table for taxpayers who file as married filing jointly. The same tax rates, but tax bracket and range is different than the single taxpayer. Let's take a look at an example. If a taxpayer who file married filing jointly and have a $200,000 taxable income in 2024, look at the table. You'll find out that 3 different tax rates will be applied to different portions of taxable income. The tax rate is 10%, 12%, and 22%. The first $23,200 will be taxed at 10%, and the portion between $94,300 and $23,201 will be taxed at 12%, and the remaining portion will be taxed at 22%. Add all the calculated tax, the total tax is 34,106. So in this case, you find out we call 22% is the marginal tax rate. Taxable income is the base to calculate the tax. Taxable income is not your W-2 income or 1099 income. To calculate it, we start with the gross income. Deduct above-the-line deductions such as IRA contributions to get to an adjusted gross income. Then deduct either standard deductions or itemized deductions, whichever give you the higher amount of deductions. Then we arrive at taxable income. Besides bracket adjustment, the standard deduction have also seen changes. For single taxpayer, the standard deduction is $14,600 for year 2024. For married filing jointly taxpayer, the standard deduction is $29,200. And for the head of household taxpayers, the standard deduction is $21,900. These changes directly impact your taxable income calculation. Now we've covered the key changes. Here are some tips for taxpayer. Regularly review your financial situation and consider make an adjustment to your withholding if needed, and stay informed about any new tax laws that might affect you. Well, that wraps our discussion on 2024 federal income tax rates and bracket adjustment. Remember, stay informed is the key to make sound financial decisions. If you found this video helpful, consider to subscribe for more useful contents. Until next time, take care and enjoy learning.